Hello guys, and welcome to a new WARNO video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you the third place final from the WARNO opening tournament ran by the Simulated Divisions League. This one is between DarrickS and Karma, and today they are playing on death row. On our left in the red we have DarrickS using the 3rd Armoured on the NATO side, and on our right in the blue we have Karma using the 79th Guards Tank Division on the pack side. So once again, NATO in red, packed in blue. I'm sure that triggers some of you, but yeah, this should be a good game for sure. DarrickS only got knocked out really of the semi-finals because he crashed. He was in a quite interesting game between himself and Steven Seagal. Admitted, however, that he felt like he was losing, and therefore they gave the game over to Steven Seagal. So, you know, hats off to him for doing that. He's going to be going up against Karma now, and we'll hopefully be able to, you know, pull off a similar display against Karma as he did against Steven, because it was a very good game. Karma, of course, got defeated in the semi-final by soloing Pixie, who dismantled Karma's forces quite convincingly. So that was something. But Karma, a very good player, so we'll see how he can do with the packed forces. Once again, it's good to see them come so far through the tournament, especially since the packed forces were, you know, not as favoured as the NATO forces, and we've seen a lot of NATO games. So hats off to Karma for using the packed a lot, and the 79th more specifically. So yeah, very cool. Let's have a look at some of these units going down. For Karma, he's going to be using Motorstrokey with the BMP-2 on the top side there with the Igla. He's got Motorstrokey Metis with the BMP-1. For the centre of the map, he's got the Razvedka Heavy with the Sapari RPO, a Motorstrokey Metis in the BMP-1, and an Igla with the T-80U at the start this time around, not making the same mistake of relying on the T-80Bs that he did in the last game. BRDM-2 Conkers also coming in with the BRDM-2 U to cap. Then he's got the Razvedka Heavy there, going to be leaving a Motorstrokey leader and a Igla at base, and then Motorstrokey Metis in the BMP-1P and the Igla coming in on the bottom side. Over on the side of DarrickS, on the top, he's got the military police and the engineers with the flash launcher and an AH-1F Cobra. M13 ACAVs are leading the charge on all 4 of these roads. Then he's got engineers with flash launchers and Dragon and a mechanized rifle leader moving up to the top side here, going for the cap onto Delta. He's also got a command already into Charlie here with the 2 engineers with Dragons and a mechanized rifle leader also heading up to the center of the map. Wow. AH-1F Cobra with an OH-58CS moving up at the start. Engineers with the Dragon moving into the bottom side there. That's going to be a really nice flanking position into the center of the map. And then engineers here with an M13 ACAV. Yeah, that's going to be engaging the forces back here. So 4 commands at the start for DarrickS. That is pretty big. Both players going for the center cap early on, but the AH-1F Cobra just diving into this engagement. The Igla here going to be doing its best to try and deal with that. Looks like one of the Dragon squads went down there in the M35. Dragon going to be engaging the Razvedka and Sapari RPO in the building. The AH-1F Cobra is going to go down to the Igla. Phantom 2 coming in with the bombing strike on towards the T-80U. Looks like the M13 ACAV did get quite a lot of damage done there onto that T-80U. Takes it down to 3 health, which is not ideal for Karma at all, but has managed to kind of win out that middle engagement initially. Kind of an interesting play here by Karma. He's actually loaded his Motorstrokey back into the BMP-2, and what that means is that the engineers can't do anything about it. They have satchel charges and just light arms, so this BMP-2 is quite happy to sit there and engage the engineers all day long. But with the M13 ACAV coming down with its recoilless rifle, this BMP-1P is a bit of a tough spot. If that HGM hits, then he's all good, but it doesn't, and he's going to have to unload his Motorstrokey because the BMP-1's going to go down. The Motorstrokey suffer the same fate because the engineers can clean them up. Decisive engagement for DarrickS on the bottom side, going to secure that flank for himself. But the center is very exposed. His mechanized rifle leader here on their own. They can actually do quite a lot of damage against these infantry squads because they have the numbers, but he's going to want to clean up this infantry, and his Cobras are coming back. We'll see if they can do the job. Rockets being fired away, and the Sapari RPO are going down there, getting taken out. Igla going to be firing its last surface to air missile, and well, the Cobras are going to back off. They don't really necessarily need to because technically The AA has run out, but Darrick will not know that, so he is going to have to be cautious. The Mi-8K hanging about. OH-58CS trying to move up and engage that. Apache has been brought in. That's going to be hitting the BRDM-2 Conkers there. Once it gets the 30mm on target, that will actually take quite a lot of damage, but I think the idea of this Apache is more to engage the T-80U here that's remained on 2 health. I believe it got hit by an HGM from this engineer, and the Apache does take out the T-80U, so big kill there for Darrick. He manages to keep all of his helicopters alive for now, even the OH-58CS here, so he does still have those as like a force multiplier once he gets some more troops in once again, and taking out the T-80U, big kill there. Also, this M113 A3 ACAV has also managed to take out another BMP on the road and is going to be spraying down those Motostrelki BMP that don't really have the range to fight back. The 50 cal here has like 1,415 meter range, whereas the Motostrelki only have a 530 meter range RPG, so M13 quite happily just killing off that squad. Well, then MiG-23 going to be coming in, looking for the attacks onto the AH-1F. Oh, 2 Phantom 2s coming in. These do have air-to-air missiles, so I think that's what Darrick has brought them in for, but the MiG-23 of Karma is behind them, and he's managed to hit 3 missiles in a row there. 2 onto one of the Phantoms, 1 onto the second. And that MiG-23 just took down both of the cluster Phantoms. That is a big, big loss for Darrick. I could see why he might want to like 2v1 the Phantoms onto the MiG-23 if there was only one of them, but as soon as there's a second, it puts those Phantoms into such a bad position, and those Phantoms with the cluster munitions are so important for killing armor in the late game. So yeah, that is a terrible loss for Darrick, and a fantastic win for Karma with these MiG-23 MLs. He also managed to pick off the Cobra there on the top side, so fantastic job with these aircraft early on in the game. Darrick is still sitting at the +4 advantage, since Karma is yet to capture Echo and Golf, so Karma's going to want to keep an eye on that and get some command units in. M113 is just YOLOing forward at the moment. Nothing it can do against a T-80U, mind you. But this military police M67's managed to sneak down all the way towards the spawn of Karma. This could be deadly if it gets into a really nice position to cut off the spawn here in this building. He could just absolutely ace all of the reinforcements that Karma's bringing in. That could be so juicy if he gets it into the right position. Another T-80U though, yeah, this is going to be coming into the center to support a second T-80U. Okay, so he's already decided to bring in an extra one after losing the first one, so he's now got 2 more. But these are quite vulnerable. I guess the reason that he's doubling down on the T-80Us is because he shot down both of the cluster Phantoms, which is a big sort of tool that Darrick would rely on in order to kill off the T-80Us. So now Darrick's going to be more reliant on the M1A1HAs, which he's being forced to bring in now. So you can see those arriving on the field. He's going to have to use those to challenge the T-80Us and find like the 2v1 engagements if he can. So the Mi-8K moving up quite aggressively here. There's actually no AA here for Darrick. That's one thing that I haven't really pointed out. There is absolutely no AA. He's got just the OH-58CS here, pretty much, and that's it. So yeah, I think the Mi-8 here maybe got a bit low and got blown up by the CEVs, I'm not sure, but the T-80U is making short work of them, that's for sure. And now the OH is moving up. I'm not entirely sure why it's moving up, because there isn't really much for it to kill, and it's going to put it in line of sight of the Igla, and the machine guns of the T-80U are going to finish it off. So a bit of a waste of the OH-58 there, but both the CEVs are going to be taken down. Now the Dragon Squad's going to come under fire from both the T-80Us. They're going to want to try and stun that if they can by just getting some shots on target. There we go, and that should help them finish off the squad. Right, meanwhile, military police did come in on this backside, but the Motostrelki in the BMPs have come in and cleaned it out, which is quite lucky for Karma. If he hadn't have noticed that, that would have done a lot of damage. Oh, check out this Cobra. That's sneaking around the backside here. He's looking for the BRDM in cover. since Karma has now brought those up to stabilize the match. But if Darrick can find and kill off these BRDMs, then basically it allows him to maintain the advantage on the points. He's already at 1,600 score, so finding these kills in the back line is really, really good for him. So he's now going to be looking for the BRDM on the top side, but the MiG-23s are going to be coming in, and that's one of them down. The MiG-23 will be able to come around for the second AH-1F, although that is trying to make as much headway as possible towards the next command unit. But I don't think the AH-1F is really going to have enough time to kill the BRDM. It's also being shot at by an Eagler there, so this MiG-23 ML should be able to save the day. Lovely stuff. The BRDM lives for now. Another BRDM coming in here. That is going to get spotted by the M15. BRM actually spots and kills the M113 that was here. That might also be able to help deal with the M15 actually. Just cleaning up all of these units in his back line. Like losing the bottom side flank here was pretty bad for Karma early on, and DarrickS actually done a really good job of exploiting it. So yeah, very, very nicely done. M15 gonna try and run away from this BRM and engaging it. Not for long though. And looks like Darrick here, he's pinged the BRDM so he knows where it is. Oh, Apache though on that bottom side, no chance. The MiG-23 ML comes in, takes it down, gets rid of that pesky helicopter. That is a pretty nasty loss actually for Darrick, but yeah, looks like Karma's starting to stabilize. In the center he's got the two T-80Us there. He is of course now up against two M1A1H Abrams. I don't know if he knows that yet. There's actually a third one coming in. The main thing here for Darrick is he's just got to kind of seal the deal. He's got to make a really decisive push in Bravo, capture the +3, and it should be enough to give him the victory. Like if he can get the team score to the 2,000 that he needs, then he wins the game. And that's all that he really needs to do. Just focus on really just pummeling Bravo into the ground, regardless of losses to a certain extent, and then just holding it before Karma can get another command in there to contest. And that would be, I would say, how he wins this game at this point. Because there's not really much point going in for the flank, since Karma's looking out for it now. He's got the recon in position and so on. So yeah, it's I think it's his best bet, especially since he now has the third M1A1HA in position, and he's already started to engage. So here we go, the BMP2 there, taking one shot and actually surviving. Oh, lovely hit onto the T-80U. Here comes an SU-25. Oh, and the SU-85 manages to respond with a kill onto the M1A1HA. That was looking like such a juicy engagement, but the SU-25 here just completely uncontested in the sky. Air superiority currently in favor of Karma. He does have the two MiG-23s hanging about. Another SU-25 back there actually. But yeah, he can bring in the MiG-23s to support these should he need to. And there's no AA on the side of Darrick at all. So the MiG-24, or the Mi-24, sorry, is going to be able to move around and just engage all of this infantry as well. So yeah, the combination of the Mi-AK plus the Mi-24 military police, they're going to be saying night-night. Alright. There we go. That's taken out. SU-25. Still hanging around looking for those HGMs on target. A Phantom 2 coming in. Darrick looking for the bombing strike onto these infantry squads. And he's also going to be trying to attempt to hit that SU-25 with that infrared. Next shot came out of the SU-25 there. I'm not sure it hit any of these main battle tanks. No, it doesn't look like it. So no problem there. The two MiG-23s coming in. Oh, and here go the cluster planes again. Phantom gets taken out immediately. And then the HE variant did come in with the bombs there. But I don't think it really did too much. It looks like both of them were going for the BRDM. He actually focused on trying to kill this BRDM. So, yeah, it didn't pay off at all. Oh, and another kill there. Another Apache goes down. to the MiG-23s. The Mi-24 hammering away at the infantry here. This is getting very out of hand for Darrick. Just like no investment in AA is really, really costing him. And he finally decides to bring in the Chaparrals, but the HGM Su-25 has just killed off the M1A1 HA. Everything is falling apart right now as 3 Chaparrals make their way in. Now the HE Phantom 2 missing its missiles. MiG-23's intercept. Phantom goes down. The airplay out of Darrick has left a lot to be desired, honestly. And losing the 2 cluster planes early on. All of these planes going down to the MiG-23s. No sight of the Eagle in his deck. It's just very unfortunate. Su-24 now able to just pootle in and drop its cluster munitions on the M1A1 whilst the T-ATU just charges it down. Look at this. And that's going to put the cohesion low, which should give the T-ATU a very good advantage. Yes, the T-ATU there is going to take quite a bit of damage, but it's actually going to be forced to back off, I think, due to the engineer maybe landing a HGM into that. Actually, I think it was actually the M1A1, but just doesn't want to get side shot. So instead, going to rely on this one. This one's still full health. He's got the Lesvidka Heavy that can move forwards with that to provide the veterancy, or to provide the recon, sorry. And yeah, that would be good. Although, I will say, Darrick has managed to sneak around the backside here and take out the BRDM that was hiding in the middle of these buildings. So Karma's actually in trouble. Finding the +2 right now is very big for Darrick for sure. What Karma needs to do is find and kill off this leader in the center. He can then he can then capture Bravo, and that will save the day because it will put Karma technically at a +1 advantage. But currently, all hands on deck for Karma. He needs to save himself on the top side because there's also a cheeky mechanized rifle leader here from Darrick going in for the kill. So yeah, Karma moving up. He's going to want to take out the M1A1 because otherwise the T-AT is just going to get side shot and die. And now he's going to want to kill off the mechanized rifle leader here. Super important that he gets rid of that. Technically, the mechanized rifle leader can defend itself. It does have a law, but won't be enough to kill the T-ATU. This is so close. 1,918 score. It's now +1 in favor of Karma, but the mechanized rifle leader is making a move into Golf, and I don't really see another command on the way yet from Karma to that top side. So if this mechanized rifle leader manages to get in there and capture that for a little bit of time, he wins. Like, Darrick straight up wins. This is crazy. The military police being absolutely YOLO'd in here. That is a lot of... Oh my. That is a lot of recoilless rifles. That T-80 just did not have a fun time. The T-80 goes down immediately. This one is also under a lot of fire. You can see everyone just chipping away at it. They fire so quickly the smoke doesn't go down in time. The T-80U is gone. Eagle is available. Why has this not come out sooner? Where has that been? The Eagle is so good. It looks like it's not going to matter at the end of the day, but damn, where was that Eagle earlier? If that Eagle had come in and engaged the MiG-23s, he could have saved so many of his aircraft earlier in this game. MiG-23 MLs are going to go after the Eagles, but you can see they struggle to hit it a lot more than, you know, the other aircraft. Obviously, in this case, the Eagle wasn't really microed the best and got caught out close to the spawn, so the MiG-23s had the jump on it. But yeah, that's going to be another helicopter going down there to the MiG-23s, but don't think it's going to matter. The mechanized rifle leader is still alive. There is 25 points left on the match. He's also got a command just driving into the center of the match as well. And, well, looks like that's it. Darrick is going to be the victor for the 3rd place final against Karma. And that is not what I expected. Darrick pulling one out the bag here for sure. Incredible stuff. What a game that was. Well played indeed. Darrick, after his disconnect on the semi-final, really just coming up clutch against Karma with an impressive use of the leaders there to capture the points. This seems like a playstyle that Darrick relies on quite a lot. He just kind of like goes for those leaders, and sneaking that mechanized rifle leader on the around the top there was just so good. Like, I don't know how he got away with this. Karma was in such a lead. Like, up until the point where Karma like lost those T80Us, he was still 1,000 points ahead in kills. Like, it's incredible how Darrick managed to pull that off. I think it just comes down to the fact that Karma bled too many points early on by not having enough command units on the field. So, yeah, left him in a really, really awkward spot there when his commands were getting sniped in the back lines. But yeah, cheeky attack there from Darrick. Pays off, gets the win. M113A Cavs, they did pretty well, especially the one that pushed through on the bottom side. The initial bottom side engagement at the very bottom with like the BMP and the Motostraki versus the engineers and the M13A Cav was like super important, because that road not being defended by Karma after that was what allowed a lot of the units of Darrick to get into the back line and really kind of cause Karma a lot of annoyance throughout that game. So yeah, really, really important play. The initial engagement in the center did definitely fall in favor of Karma, and Karma didn't really let go of that. So, you know, congrats to him for that. But check out these MiG-23 MLs. This one shot down 3 AH-1F Cobras, 2 Apaches, the Phantom with the HE and the Eagle, and then this one took down the 2 cluster munition Phantoms with an Apache there as well. It's interesting to see that he has 3 Apaches on his deck there. With the Phantom cluster and then another OH-58CS going down. Those MiG-23s really shouldn't have had that much of a free reign if the Eagle was in the deck. The Eagle should have come out much earlier with the assistance of some AA, and Darrick would have had a much better time throughout the game. But, I mean, it's what it is, right? Darrick still won, so it ain't stupid if it works. But T80Us doing plenty of damage here. The MO24V managed to, you know, clean up quite a lot of stuff because, again, it wasn't contested by AA. A lot of these like mutts going down, it might not seem like that important, but this overall does add up, and it means that these aren't being sold for points to bring in other units, which could be really useful, of course. T80U takes out the Abrams there, really nice. I think the T80Us and using the T80Us this time around paid off a lot more for Karma overall in the game, but of course didn't win in the game due to the use of command there from DarrickS to get an early advantage, and then also just some cheeky plays at the end. Incredible stuff. So congratulations to DarrickS, takes 3rd place, well deserved I think after that one. That was, like I said, it was so clutch. And then Karma going to be coming 4th in the tournament. So now we're going to be moving on to the final. I hope it's as good as this game was, because that was a fun one. Short but sweet, that's for sure. Yeah, moving on to the final, we'll be seeing Solo Wing Pixie up against Steven Seagull. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.